Thank you for your time. In this session, we're going to go over how you can create share of voice charts leveraging the Sprinkler Listening Insights module. The most common application for these share of voice charts is going to be to get a picture and do some analysis around the share of voice for a particular brand in one of your categories. This could be filtered down to specific regions or anything like that, but it's going to be leveraging the Sprinkler Listening module because you want to understand the share of voice from an earned mention perspective. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and navigate to the Sprinkler platform, and we're going to start at a listening dashboard that we've already created previously. So to create this example, we're going to go ahead and add a new tab and section for an earned share of voice widget for GIN in particular. So I'll go ahead and rename this GIN share of voice. So the most common way to do this is to build a widget that's a pie chart. So we're going to go ahead and add a widget here that'll take us to the widget builder. We'll name it. And then we're going to leverage listening as a data source. So again, this is what's going to be accessing all of the publicly available conversation across social media sites, digital platforms, blogs, all of that as required, and use topics that are created in Sprinkler that are looking for all of those mentions. In this example, and most commonly in the environment, topics are set up at the brand level. So we're going to go ahead and change our visualization type for this widget to be the pie chart. Mentions is the most important metric, as we had described. And then we want to divide our pie chart up by the topics that are used. Again, topics, once we get into the filters, is going to align with the different brands that we're looking for. So if I now go to the filter section, I'm going to select topic as what we want to filter on. And we'll go ahead and start with 3 brands for Europe. We'll go ahead and select Gordon's and pick the appropriate topic here. So GIN and Gordon's. We'll select GIN and Tanqueray. And we'll select GIN and Beefeater. And you can imagine as I select more and more topics, it's going to then populate the particular widget that we're using here. I can add any additional filters, anything like that. I click add to the dashboard, and now I have a share of voice that's across each of these 3 particular brands with all the same capabilities to then break it down by sentiment as an example. So anything that you're used to from the dashboard and reporting perspective, you now have the ability to do that and then to ultimately drill into the conversation that's most important to you. So while we can see that this is very simple if you've got a small subset of brands, if you want an overall market share of voice, right, it can be a little bit tedious to add every single brand as required. Here is where we can now leverage the use of topic tags, which is within Sprinkler. So a topic tag is a scenario where what happens is in the Sprinkler environment, here I'm looking at all of the topics. We can search and we can see that every GIN in the European market has been tagged with the GIN Europe share of voice topic tag, which then means we can very quickly and at scale create this widget, and then when we add additional brands to our analysis, we can simply leverage that and the widgets will update themselves. So to do that with topic tags, I'm going to navigate back. I'm going to again just add a widget. We'll call it GIN share of voice, but with topic tags so you can see the difference and how quick it could be done. We're going to still leverage the listening module and the listening data source. We'll change our visualization to a pie chart. Now for the wedge value, instead of doing it by topic, we're going to do topic tag. And then we're going to select GIN Europe share of voice, which again is how all the branded topics for the different GINs were tagged within Sprinkler. So once I do that, I can now see that it automatically adds every single one of those, and then I can add it to my dashboard. So as you add additional brands, this widget would simply update dynamically and in real time as the topics are created and bringing in mentions. Finally, the final way that you can also leverage the Sprinkler platform to maybe save you some time is that if there were existing share of voice widgets, so in this example I did have one from the Whiskey share of voice component, I could actually just clone this as well. So what I could do is I could go to the options for the widget. If I navigate to add to custom dashboard, it will then give me the option to create a new widget, add it either to this existing dashboard that I'm working on, the sample dashboard Johnny Walker Spotlight, and then I can pick which tab I want to add the cloned widget to. So I can do that. I click add, and then when I go back here, I now see this widget. Again, this is still showing Whiskey content, but now I can just simply edit that widget, change the topic tag to our Gen Europe share of voice, or I could leverage additional ones. So if I want to do Brazil or whatever that might be, I can leverage it that way as well. So you've got multiple ways. You can start creating your share of voice widgets from scratch and including just the topics you want. You can leverage all of the topics that have been tagged already in the Sprinkler environment, or you can clone existing widgets and then make the edits as required. Now, if you see that there are either brands missing, topics that you need set up, or any brands that you need tagged so that they update dynamically within your particular widgets or dashboards, please reach out to the teams that can help. So you can submit a request leveraging the Sprinkler help form, and that will put you in touch with our Sprinkler Managed Services consultants who can help get the data required into the system and ultimately into your dashboards. Please reach out to any of the contacts that are listed here if you need a copy of this help card. Thank you so much for your time.